everybody, welcome back to another episode of Everyday Whiskey. I'm Dan.
And I'm Mike, and on this week's episode, we are doing honey liqueur blended whiskeys. We want to see, being that they're both just regular whiskeys blended with honey liqueur, doesn't matter if you spend a premium for like JD or...
Which is $32 a bottle.
Yep.
In New Jersey.
Or if you stick to, just something cheap and, bottom shelf because it's...
$15 a bottle.
Blended, yeah, honey liqueur blended. So, and then we have a special treat at the end, which is going to be the ultimate comparison to really see what does.
We both had it. I'm curious to see how it holds up. Obviously, these
too.
are going to be sweet, but I kind of want to see. I'm not looking for like relative sweetness or easiness of drinking.
Mm-hmm.
It's actual flavor and like flavor structure.
Yeah.
As opposed to like, is it just a sugar bomb with a little bit of honey, or is it actually like got some layers to it?
Yeah. So the biggest difference between these two and what we have underneath the table as a surprise, if you watched our live last week, you already know what I'm going to bring out. But I digress.
I didn't post a live.
Oh, okay. So never mind. You don't know.
I didn't post it because we were all over the place last week. I was shooting rubber bands at Mike. I was a little bit towards the end of it, so we were. Some things were said that may not go over well, and towards some cancel culture stuff.
But anyway, the difference is what I have is an actual whiskey that is made with regular, natural wildflower honey, whereas these, both of them, and we could say the same about Jim Beam and I believe American Turkey.
Yeah, so all of those are going to be whiskey liqueur blended with American, with bourbon or American whiskey. They should be around 35 proof. 35% alcohol, 70 proof. They all should be in that area. And obviously, if it's under 40%, it is not whiskey. It's a whiskey liqueur.
Yeah, and this, this is whiskey with honey liqueur added. This is bourbon with honey liqueur added.
Right, let's get into this.
Yep. Let's start with the Jack or with the Evan.
Yeah,
let's start with the Evan.
Fresh bottle too. This is not like a very gratifying bottle pop, but bottle pop nonetheless.
It's a twist, isn't it?
A
bottle twist.
Yeah, it's
perfect.
All right, so. Whoever hasn't seen it, probably living under a rock, Evan Williams honey this week.
Yep. And being that the price difference was significant, I went with just a little guy, the Jack Honey, which is pretty infamous, or pretty famous actually.
Label out. Oh, and sorry.
That's all
good. Good luck. We are not sponsored by Jack Daniels, Evan Williams, or the brand that we're going to show later. Which we will say that.
I'm not wearing a
no, otherwise that's all the merchandising stuff we have here. So we're good.
Not sponsored by Island Sportworks, but Tyler, if you're watching this and you want to sponsor us, we're open.
Exactly.
That's pretty cool. You did give us the idea to start this. And Grunstein.
I do every time we do flavored whiskey, which is this is our second or third episode.
I knows it, and there's no.
So like up here, Mike can put in the screwball episode, or not screwball. It's our peanut butter whiskey episode. Was the last flavored whiskey episode we did.
Mm-hmm. We know we got to get to cinnamon. We will.
I just really don't want to drink Fireball. I really don't want to drink Fireball, and I know we have to do it. And there's no actually we could do Creek Water cinnamon.
We are waiting for that to drop to do that episode. But I was thinking...
I get it. I just haven't bought it yet.
I was thinking, obviously, we'll go back to Jack Fire. Obviously, Fireball. Sweet and peppery.
It's not sweet at all.
It actually smells...
Why does this burn? A little...
It kind of smells like Pine Sol, baby. Not sponsored by Pine Sol, baby.
Think Pine Sol will get this out of my shirt?
Maybe.
It's very sweet. I don't want to finish it.
Wow. Whew. Wow. Was not expecting that.
It's very sweet in a not okay way.
No, it's like a melted lollipop.
Yeah, it's like if you had Werther's butterscotch candies and just melted them down and wanted to drink them for some sadistic reason.
Yeah.
This is kind of what it tastes like. So obviously it tastes like honey, but there definitely is some butterscotch stuff going on too.
There's a lot going on, but a lot of sugar and a lot of sweet. It really does taste like if you go to an old school candy shop and buy one of those old school lollipops, I think they're called wheat lollipops.
Yeah,
and it melted it down.
It tastes like a lollipop.
And just friggin' went at it.
I'm going to get a dump glass because I'm not finishing it.
It's just, that's rough. I mean, it's not rough as in it's hard going down. It's real easy going down. Honestly, I would give this to your kid if he has a cough or a cold because it's got alcohol in it, it'll kill the germs, and it tastes... it would probably taste amazing to a child.
I'm done with that.
Not promoting child drinking.
No, yeah, seriously. You can rub it on his gums a little
Yeah, just
or his or her gums.
Them's gums.
It's gums.
It's them's gums.
It's them's gums.
Yeah.
3 out of 10.
Mm.
3 out of 10. Do not like, even like in the bit of it.
No.
Sorry, Evan Williams. I love Evan Williams, and they make some seriously good products.
They actually do.
I think their single barrel is really good, but it's all Heaven Hill. But so shout out to Heaven Hill. They make Old Fitzgerald. Yeah, we'll talk about it in the live.
Delicious.
Just no.
Yeah.
All right, next we are on to Jack Daniels.
If I remember correctly,
I've had this once, and
you've had it.
Yeah, I've had it once, and it was at the distillery. That's the only time I've ever had this. I'm not trying to name drop, but
I think I've had it before. And again, if I remember correctly, it shouldn't be as sweet.
This smells like bourbon to me. It's a Tennessee whiskey.
Crap.
I didn't do that to you. You got a dump glass. You're really gonna.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just Jack Honey, man. Like it's not like we're dumping like Pappy down.
Yeah, that's true.
So if you smell it, it smells like kind of buttery, but it's got a little like underlying like bourbon-esque something going on with it.
It smells like what the buttered popcorn Jelly Bellies taste.
Do you remember those honey oat cereals with the bee on the front of it and it had the honey stick?
Honey Nut Cheerios?
No, is that a honey nut Cheerio?
You literally just described Honey Nut Cheerios.
Oh, it's Honey Nut Cheerios. I don't really eat cereal. Alright, so it smells like Honey Nut Cheerios.
Which is why
it smells like a box of Honey Nut Cheerios.
Blue wants us to do that concoction on our live.
Shout out to our buddy Kyle Blue.
Yes, he gave me...
No.
When I went to buy this, he gave me inspiration for a cocktail.
This is worse.
It can't be worse, can it?
It tastes like... Remember the sheepdog? How it had that oiliness to it?
Yeah.
It's got that vape juice thing going on for it. It's not... It doesn't burn like this did. And I'm not being a little bitch here. This actually did have some ethanol to it.
There's definitely more whiskey flavor in this.
But not in a good way. It's like...
No. It's like the bad notes of the whiskey that come out. The honey's a little dialed back.
It's so oily, though.
The whiskey's a little ramped up.
Yeah.
All in all, I can see why people buy these by the shooter, throw them back in a parking lot.
Yeah. And I find them behind my dumpster.
It's, it's really easy to do.
Alright, fresh glasses.
I'm just going to bring it out. It's Garrison Brothers Honeydew Honey Bourbon. If you're in Jersey, this is not a very easy product to locate.
You got one of 2 bottles in the store you were at, right?
Yes. No 1 of 1 bottles.
This is harder to get than like their Cowboy.
Yeah,
Cowboy's a $300 bottle.
This is not easy to find in our state. I don't want to go out and say it's rare because I don't know how easily obtainable it is in other states, including obviously Texas. It's probably readily available. But
in high Texas,
the major difference between this is good old Garrison Brothers whiskey. It's a regular old whiskey, bourbon. And they add Texas wildflower honey to it. They do not add a honey liqueur to it. So this is still foolproof at 80 proof. All right, so not foolproof. It's still 80 proof.
No, but it's legally a bourbon and or whiskey.
Yeah. So 40%. Straight bourbon whiskey, and I'll give you the rundown on the side of the bottle. Introducing Honeydew Texas Straight Bourbon Whiskey, infused with Texas wildflower honey. It's a delicate, pleasing mouthful of summertime. Enjoy this bourbon. Sneaks in like a spring rain shower. Hope you enjoy this sweet little morsel of goodness as much as we do.
Okay, we enjoyed it. Let's get into drinking this one.
Yeah. This is actually, well, we'll tell you in just a bit.
Okay, and
I've had it, obviously.
Mike had me do this. This is hands down the hardest cork to put back into a bottle.
Yeah, it is a very...
This is the only manner I have found... This is the only manner I have found that actually does this
doesn't
accurately.
Go in. There you go.
Got it!
It's...
Can't you tell how graceful I was?
It really... Garrison Brothers, I don't know what the hell you use for corks, but holy shit. It seals the goddamn bottle.
Not sponsored by Garrison Brothers.
No, not sponsored.
Cheers.
So cheers.
So this smells like almost musty. It smells... There's no honey on the nose to me.
No.
I really don't get a significant amount of honey, but it smells like, say you were to walk into like an old barn that's in it had like, this is very elaborate, just so you know. Like if you're walking to an old barn or like an outdoor like house or shed or some sort and it's just rained, it smells like this. It smells like hay and rainwater and like it's
hay is a good one. Fresh hay, fresh wheat.
And then I get Play-Doh.
and Play-Doh.
If any of you like weird little fuckers like ate Play-Doh like I did when I was a kid, this is what this smells like.
It smells like Play-Doh. And Garrison Brothers, if for some reason you find this video and watch it, don't take that as an insult. I actually love the smell of Play-Doh for some reason.
And this is delicious.
But,
so if you are a whiskey drinker and you want a nuance of honey in your whiskey, you don't want a honey flavored whiskey. I can't really call it
bourbon.
Or bourbon.
This
If you want
bourbon.
Yeah, but like with these, like you can call these whiskey, but they're technically not. So I'm gonna say whiskey for Evan Williams and Jack Daniels, but this is legitimately a bourbon.
Yeah, and it's amazing.
It's amazing. It's well balanced. It's got complexity. It's not that I want complexity to have a $15 bottle, but out of a $30 bottle, you want some sort of layering, and it really wasn't there. It was just very oily, and it was very disappointing. I gave this a 1 out of 10. Like I really didn't like that.
You get up front, you'll get a very, very trace amount of honey sweetness, which is honestly the perfect amount you need to mellow this out.
It adds this little citrus note.
The rest is just all big Texas bourbon. It's delicious. It's oaky. It's honey. There's some wheat in there.
It's almost got this,
like you said, a little citrusy.
A little citrus. It's got this little bit of a mead quality to it, which is
kinda
nice.
Yeah. It is not viscous and syrupy like these. It goes down clean like a high quality bourbon. I mean, it's goddamn phenomenal. It's
very
super light. Actually, that's what I told you the first time. It's like diet bourbon.
I said bourbon light.
You said bourbon light. I said diet.
light.
But it's so light and refreshing that you can actually pour this on a hot summer day and not feel even more parched. Like it quenches you. And you know what? I bet this would be good with a splash of like club soda.
Yeah,
or something
give it some like effervescence to it. But let's not pull the wool over your eyes here, guys. We didn't really make this episode so that you can watch us try Evan Williams and Jack Daniels. We made this episide to show you how good Garrison Brothers Honeydew is. It's very hard to get, but if you ever find it...
In Jersey. Very hard to get in Jersey.
If you ever do find it, buy a bottle. It's like $70, $80, somewhere in that threshold.
Typically, from one of my insiders who deals with Garrison Brothers, the information that I've got was that
Wolf of Wall Street.
If you have a local store or a local store that does a decent amount of business with Garrison Brothers, they're pretty much going to get a case. That's kind of how it works. Mostly
it's hard to get an account, period, anyway. But
yeah, mostly with every other allocation. If you sell X product, you'll get Y product. Yep. And that's the thing with this. So if there's a store by you and they're turning over Garrison Brothers left and right all year long, they have their regular, they got their reserves, chances are you'll be able to find this when it releases.
And so we're gonna wrap this episode up quick because I think we're actually kind of getting close to that 15-minute mark here.
Yeah.
Garrison Brothers, you did an amazing job with this whiskey. It's awesome, and Mike introduced me to it, and I need to get a bottle of my own.
Yes.
But the one thing you want to take away from this, if you do want to find bottles like this, coming from a person who is a retailer, develop your relationships.
Should we give one negative about the bottle just because we spoke so highly about it?
Yeah, the fucking cork is terrible.
Okay, 2 negatives about the bottle. The only thing I would change would be the name. Well, that. The name Honeydew, slightly misleading because honeydew, you think of melon, you think of fruit. But I get it, they market it. Obviously, it's honey, it's yellow, there's bees, there's flowers.
I think they just didn't want to make it sound like a honey whiskey when it's really not.
They want to separate
it.
So if I had to nitpick and find something to complain about, that would be it. Other than that, this is a perfect bourbon.
It's an 8 out of, for me, it's an 8 out of 10.
Okay.
That's an 8 out of 10.
I'm going to go like... I don't know. I'm going to go like 9.2 on it. I really enjoy it.
Yeah, I really enjoy it too. I'm just going 8 out of 10 because I have had whiskeys I do enjoy more, but not by much.
Yeah.
And at 80 proof, the amount of flavor you get is
killer.
Unparalleled.
Phenomenal.
But, alright everybody, thank you for watching. I always forget to say this at the beginning of the episode. We really need to start saying this.
I know we do.
So everybody, there's 3 things you need to do. Number 1, please subscribe to our channel. We love sharing all this with you. We love sharing our love of whiskey with you.
We're almost at 100. Come on,
yeah,
guys.
we're at 98 subscribers right now. I know, big deal, but 100.
To us, it's a big deal.
To us, it's a big deal because we started this from nothing, and we don't pay for ads. We don't pay for sponsors.
Nope.
We do this just
homegrown.
For the hell of it. Please comment any negative, positive, any feedback you have. Comment on it. Any episode ideas. If you look at some of the comments, we have a couple people that literally give us episode ideas, and we've done the episodes.
Yes.
So continue to do that, and please like the video.
Yep.
Last one. Please like the video. So everybody have a good week. Thanks for watching. Stay safe.
Cheers.
Cheers.